Hello Python lovers, welcome back to my channel. So in our previous video we saw that how we can add data to a list, how to delete a data from the list, and how to do indexing, slicing, everything regarding the list. So list is one of the data structure in which we can store our data, and we can iterate that data in a sequence wise by using the indexing. We can iterate over that. So similar to the list, we also have tuples. So they are very identical to each other, other than the how we write list. We write list in a square bracket and tuples we write in a parenthesis. Apart from that, tuples are more faster and more lightweight compared to list, and that is because they are immutable. So this is the main difference between lists and tuples, that lists are mutable. That means we can change data in the list, we can add, delete, we can do that kind of functions with respect to list. But in case of tuple, we don't have that option. Once we create a tuple, we cannot change it. So let's get into the screen to know more about tuples. So we are in the VS Code right now, and right now I am using Jupyter Notebook. So in the VS Code, so let's create our first tuple. But let's recall how we used to write a list. So we will try to compare our tuples with the list, so you can have a better understanding. So let's create our first list as a L. Let's create a list with a few elements, 1 2 3 5. We have created our list. We will check what is the type of L. That is a markdown cell. Let's convert it into a code. Okay, so as we can see, the type of our L is a list. So this is the way we used to write our list inside a square brackets, and the way we write tuples is a different. We use parenthesis. Let's create our first tuple as a T. We will use parenthesis, and we will write some elements similar to that, 1 3 5, and we will check what is the type of T. So type of T is a tuple. So we have created a tuple. What is the difference between list and tuple? Here you can see we have basically created a tuple, and same list and tuple are basically the same, but the main thing is list is mutable and tuples are immutable. We cannot change any values from tuple. So this gives advantage to the tuple, that tuple is more faster and more memory efficient. To verify that, we can use sys and timeit library. So let's try. So in Python we have a system library by using which we can get what is the size of our list and tuple. So let's see. Let's say sys dot get size of, as you can see, size of L. We will see what is the size of L is 120. Let's see sys dot get size of T. As you can see, tuples are taking less size. We have basically have the same elements, 135 135, but if you compare the size, tuples are taking almost half of the size than the list. So this is one benefit while working with tuples. In Python we have one more module, that is a timeit, and by using timeit module we can know how much time it will take to create one list and that particular tuple that we have previously created. So let's call it timeit, then stmt equals to, we will give our list, let's say first we will take the list. Let's give 3 more zeros. As you can see, it is taking this much time. So let's try to test the same thing for our tuple. Let's take our tuple. Paste it and let's try to see what is the difference. As you can see, to create a tuple it is taking less time, and to store a tuple it is also taking less space. So that's why tuples, we have this advantage with tuples, that tuples are lightweight and more faster than a list. So let's try to create few more tuples. We will create tuple t1 as an empty tuple. Then we will create tuple t2 with one element in it, that is 1. We will create tuple 3 with 1, 2, 3 elements, and let's try to print our tuples. Print t1, print t2, thanks to auto completion, print t3. So let's see, as you can see, we have created one empty tuple. And look here, if you can notice here with the t2 what happened, we have not created a tuple. And why is that? Actually what is here happening is that Python is confused. Python did not understood what you are trying to do here, because it is just taking this 1 as a value and it is assigning this 1 as an integer to t2. If we try to see what is the type of t2, you can see that the type of t2 is actually an integer. So how can you create a tuple with a single value? There is a very easy solution for that. We will create a tuple t2 again, but instead of this time we will give one extra comma after 1. So this will give a Python hint that we are trying to create a tuple here. Right now if I try to print, we will have a tuple here. Let me try to print t2. Right now we have successfully created a tuple with a single value. So what things we can do with tuples? So we can use indexing with tuples just like the list. Let's create one big tuple, tuple 4, t4, which is equal to, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have created tuple t4, and here we will try to use indexing to access the element that we want. Let's suppose that we want to access element 4. So to access the element 4, first we have to find out at which index is that element is present. This is 0, 1, 2, and this is 3. At third index our value 4 is present. So what we have to do, we have to give that index to t4, then we will be able to fetch out our required value, that is 4. So let's see how it goes. So we will give t4, we will put square brackets, and we will give the our required index for value 4. that is index 3, and we can get the value that is our value 4. So we can use also use slicing to get portion of data from our data tuple. So let's say we want this data, this particular set of data. How can we do? Let's say we want this portion of data. So how can we take out this data? So we can take help of slicing. By using slicing we can easily do that. So let's do slicing here. So as we have seen, the index for the element 4 was 3. So from 3 to here at 9, so it means that our element 9 is at index 8. But as we know that whatever the endpoint we give in Python, it is excluded. So we have to give 9, so we will get data till 4 to 9. So as you can see, we have fetched out that particular portion that we wanted by using the slicing. What we can do with the help of tuples is that we can just like the list, we can iterate tuples into a loop. So let's try. For I in T4, let's say print I. Or let's say let's print let's see the right side. So it is going to print out the number of elements are there, so it is going to iterate over those elements and it is going to print that many times let's see the bright side. So this is the benefit. So there are unlike the list, like list have so many methods in it, but as we know that tuples are immutable, so we cannot make any changes in the tuple. So we don't have that many methods, but we can know how many times a particular element have occurred. So let's create another tuple number 5. Let's say put the parenthesis and let's create element with multiple values. Let's say we created a tuple like this, and it have 1 value 2 times, 3 value for 1 time, and 4 value 5 times. So we have created this tuple, and now we want to know how many times value integer 1 have appeared in our tuple 5. So we can simply use t5 dot count, and we have to give that value count of 1. So it will return how many times that value have present. If we try this with the 4, it will give us value 5. So this means 5 times we have 4 in our tuple, I don't know how to exactly pronounce. So here we go, and we have one more method, and that is we can know index of a particular element. The first occurrence, it gives the first occurrence index. Let's say what is the index for the letter 4? It is 3, that is 0 1 2 3. So the value 4 is appearing in our tuple at third index. So that's it for tuples, guys. And learning is important, but if you are not going to have a hands-on practice, then you will easily forget what you have learned. So for that reason, I will give you some questions to solve, some exercises to work on, and you can get this entire file that I tried to code here, and you can go to my GitHub repository and you can have this file for your practice. I am giving here some few, like 1 2 3 4 5 questions are there to solve, so you can have some hands-on experience on tuples. So I hope you enjoy this video. So here is my GitHub, Python for data science, Omkar Power 1430. So you can I will also provide link for this repository so you can access these files, and I have also uploaded files for our previous video that we have created, so you can access those files here, so you can follow this or star it, so for your future reference. If you solve those questions that I have given to you, then put your GitHub repository link into the comment box. I will check those answers and I will let you know what I think about those answers. And you can also connect with me and link at LinkedIn. So if you have any doubts, you can connect with me there. So let me know how you liked our today's video. I'm trying to make our videos better and better with each day. For that I need your opinion. So what you think, what things we should include in our videos, so let me know what is your opinion about that. And thank you for watching this video. I hope it have added some value to your knowledge, and if there is any mistake that I have made, don't hesitate to put that it also in a comment box and let me know, so I can also improve with you. So thank you for watching my video, guys. Let's see the bright side always in every situation, and so see you in our next video.